This is the wrong. Okay.
All right, everybody. It's your girl Cassiopeia, and I am back representing the amazing Chicago Metropolitan Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And it is our CMAC Black Business Week, which we started back in June of 2021 with the purpose to drive support to Black-owned businesses within the Chicagoland area and increase economic development. Each day, we've been featuring a different, amazing Black owned business. And today, we are with the beautiful Jackie Jackson of Kilwins. How are you today?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking and thanks for the lovely introduction. How are you?
Absolutely. I am doing well. And we're going to get into everything about your background, how you got into Kill Wins. And I just want to let everybody know right now, you are seeing real life work in action. So, Jackie, when she got on, she said, hey, there was some stuff going on with some employees. We're understaffed. I'm going to be working at the same time. And I absolutely love it because during these conversations that we've been having with businesses, we're able to dig a little deeper into what it really takes to have a business that survives and thrives and how you work through the complications that come before you. But really quickly want to say what's up to the folks who have already jumped on. Hello, Jade. How are you? Tia, how are you? And Ebony is back. All of them have been supporting us each and every day. I love it and I thank you. So, all right, Jackie, how you feeling? You feeling you ready to get going and start it?
I have no choice. I got to make it happen today.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you are. You are. So tell us, how did you get into actually owning Killwins? And for people that don't know out there, Killwins is you own a franchise, correct?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, we are a franchise, and Kilwins was founded way back in 1947. It's about 160 stores, and I'm proud to say that I am the only African American franchisee in the entire corporation. After 75 years, I'm the only one. I'm also proud to say I started back in 2008 in Orland Park. That store didn't work out. I didn't
Mm,
give up. I packed up my bags and I moved to Old Town. That store didn't work out. I packed up my bags and I moved to Hyde Park. Now it's
mm.
10 years later, and the Hyde Park store, we are closed, and we closed up for a while because of the gun violence. But by the grace of God, we're able to reopen, and hopefully we'll be opening up within the next 10 days with a brand new store, a brand new staff, and some good energy. And we got to come in and we got to really make it happen. I love the Hyde Park community, and I love that store, and I'm very excited about reopening. So after Hyde Park, I was able to obtain the store at Michigan Avenue. That's the store that you guys are going to come to today at 310 South Michigan Avenue. Then I was blessed with Navy Pier. Currently, I'm at Navy Pier right now, but unfortunately, today I woke up to messages from my manager. She's called off due to gun violence in her family, two
Man,
other employees with the pandemic. So today is going to be one of them days, but I'm just going to be here and I'm going to make it happen and do whatever it takes, to make it happen.
that's what we
So
do.
now this year, we opened a fourth store, which is in, no, I forgot, Navy Pier. I said Navy Pier. We opened a fourth store, which is in Geneva, Illinois, which is about an
Wow.
hour away in a resort community. Then in the fall of September of 2022, we will be opening up Andersonville location, which is located at 5224 South Clark. Then after that one, we are looking to open it up in River North, which is going to be 737 North Dearborn, right in a big building where the new Lifetime Fitness and Whole Food Center is at. So I have a lot on my plate. In addition to the fall, Halloween was slated to open up another franchise, which is called Fat Burger. So my
Whoa.
hands are, I'm busy.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. First of all, I gotta give a shout out to our chapter president, Shamil Tillery, who just said, "Love Kill Wins." You can see her
Hey,
comment right
thank
there.
you.
um, and you just don't wait a minute. Hold on. You said three, right? We're excited to hear two. Three, you at Navy Pier. Four, you in Geneva. Then you start saying, I can't even keep up. I think North
And
Riverside, girl.
Andersonville, then North, then River North. So that will be 6 that we'll have this year, in addition to the fat burger.
Wow, that is amazing. Tell us, just kind of backtrack a little bit. How'd you even learn about Killwins to even get into this franchise in the first place?
Well, back in 2006, 2007, I left my 9 to 5 with Chicago Public Schools and stepped out on faith to pursue a career in real estate, and I did very, very well.
Nice.
So back in 2006, 2007, with all of that predatory lending, I knew that there was something that was going to go wrong with real estate. So I figured I got to buy myself a job. I didn't want to punch a clock. So I knew I wanted to do some type of retail, but just didn't have a clue what it was. I was all over the map, just couldn't figure it out. I was also somewhat depressed because I am the baby of 7 and I lost my mother. So it was
Mm.
very hard for me to sell real estate, and I just wanted to be happy and do something fun. So for a whole year, I literally stayed in the bed and cried. And I'm like, I got to do something. My mother would not want to see me in this type of condition. So I took a trip to Florida and I stumbled upon the Kilwins. And when I walked in that store, the smell of it, the sight, the taste, everything about Kilwins reminded me of when I was a little kid. I started having flashbacks of my mother saying, oh, she would love this butter pecan. Oh, she would go crazy over these turtles. And it
Yes.
was just amazing. And then I was attracted to the caramel apples. I bit into this apple, and the taste of it just my mind. I'm like, oh my God. Then I can relate. One of my girlfriends had gifted me with an apple. That was the best apple I have ever had in my life. And once I bit into that apple, I immediately called her and said, where did you get me the apple from years ago? And she said, it's called Kilwins in Lake Geneva. I'm like, oh my God, I got to bring this back to Chicago. And I got to do this in honor of my mother. So the reason why I don't give up, I made a vow to myself, the spirit of my mother will live on as long as I have a Kilwins. So every time something bad happens, that gives me energy. That gives me hope. That makes me go harder. So nothing will stop me because this is all about keeping the spirit of my mother alive.
This is absolutely amazing. This is like super inspiring. I mean, what kind of advice can you give to people in regards to wanting to open up, a franchise? Or actually, let me backtrack. What is the benefit of owning a franchise business over maybe starting your own business from scratch?
Well, there's a lot of benefits from starting your own business from scratch. If I was creative and had my own niche and knew how to bake cakes and do something good or can cook real good, I would have Jackie Jackson. I would not go for a franchise. The purpose of a franchise is the systems are already in place. They have a proven record. So basically, you take their proven systems and you just go at it. But you do have to follow rules and regulations. You have to pay a fee every month and you have to march to their beat. As opposed to if I had Jackie Jackson's chocolates, I can make Delta Sigma Theta apples, do all kinds of things for you girls and the Divine Nine. I can really, really get creative. But here at Kilwins, we're kind of limited because what one Kilwins do, all of them have to do.
Got
So
it.
that's the disadvantage. So I will tell anybody that have a talent, go for it. Use your God-given gift and make something out of it. But there's also nothing wrong with a franchise because if you are a career person and just want to go out on your own, and you can find a franchise that have some proven systems, such as a Kilwins and a Fat Burger, a brand that you believe in. So whatever you do, you need to be very passionate about it. You just can't open up a Kilwins if you don't like the product because you won't be able to sell it. You really have to like it.
Yeah.
You have
That
to be authentic.
that makes sense. That makes sense. Listen, my kids love the ice cream. They're so excited about today, right? About coming down there. We're gonna bring the whole big old family. So that's gonna be super exciting. So how long have you actually what year was it when you actually got your first Kilwins franchise that you said actually I think it was Orland Park?
It was in 2008 back in Orland Park. And one thing I do want to stress, and I always stress to the young kids that work for me, a little bit about my background. I was born and raised in the city of Chicago. My mother was a single parent. She divorced my father when I was 6 years old. She was on public assistance, so I grew up poor. We didn't have a family car. We didn't have some of the I didn't have some of the opportunities that my other friends had. So I never got a chance to see Disney until I was an adult, and I took my employees because they never been. I didn't get on an airplane until I was grown. So I can really relate with a lot of the people that work with me. And I always tell them,
Mm,
don't think you have to have a lot of money or
mm,
marry somebody with money or hit the lottery. You can get it all on your own. And all I did was simply created a vision board. And everything I wanted, I put on this vision board, and I truly was able to manifest it. And I
mm.
really believe in that with all my heart. Whatever you want, don't let nothing stop you. Definitely don't let money stop you. Because if you want it bad enough, you can manifest it because it's real. You can make it happen. And so that's one thing I like to always stress. Don't even worry about the money. Just come up with the ideal and stay true to it. Keep
Mm.
the faith and just keep pushing, and it's gonna happen.
I love that. I mean, we've been talking about different ways in to be able to have a successful business. We've talked about business plans and in that vision piece, right? People don't
Yeah,
realize within your business plan, you need to have a mission and a vision. And that vision board that you put up there, right? That's something that you're going to constantly see. It's going to constantly keep you motivated. You put everything up there that you want, and then you'll start to connect all the dots and be able to get all the resources until it all comes to fruition. But you got to get the idea out of your head.
you got to get the ideal out of your head. So a lot of people are asking me why am I getting very aggressive getting all these stores. So I want to share that
Mm,
with you. When you start a business, you have to have a business plan for starting it, but you also have to have an exit plan. So I'm working on my exit plan. My exit plan is not to sell kill ones. I want to get about 6 to 8 kill ones. So I may stop at 6. And I want to be able to leave a legacy. I want to be able, hopefully within the next 24, 36 months, to groom my employees to be my business partners. I want to be able to identify some of these young bodies that care about the store as much as I do. And then I set up some type of profit sharing and they run this store just like it's theirs, pretty much like the Chick-fil-A model. So that's why I'm trying to get a few of them to put people in place because I want to sit down. I want to be able to come and visit Kilwins and have ice cream and look and see what a great job they're doing. And I'm really excited about that. So that is my exit plan. I want Hyde Park store to be around even when I'm gone. And I want these young people to be able to run it. I do have one daughter, and she can't do it all by herself. So that's the sole purpose of me really wanting to set up shop so I can give others the opportunity.
This, first of all, the fact that you brought up exit plan, that's not even in everybody's psyche, period. Even if you're in business, you're not thinking about the exit plan. That you
Exactly.
are absolutely right. As soon as you start that business plan, the exit plan is a part of it, right? What happens in the event that A, you grow and you get new ideas, you want to do something else, or B, what happens when things like the pandemic comes around and you have to pivot, or now it's time to actually just get out and be able to bring out those profits and cut your losses. So that piece right there, I just really appreciate you for sharing that valuable
Yes.
nugget. Because these are the things that we have to talk about more within our community, especially as when it relates to business, so that we can thrive. And the fact that you're talking about legacy and profit sharing and having your employees run the business, this is just amazing. Your model is beautiful, and I'm really excited to just have you, on here to talk about this today and for us to support you all today. So, so you kind of took most of my questions from me.
Okay.
I love it because for us it was going to be what's next. But one of the questions for me is, what are your biggest challenges? And today might be showcase that, but what are your biggest challenges by owning the businesses that you have?
The business challenge here at Kilwins is really the production side of it.
Mm,
The majority of our products here at Kilwins are handmade, from the caramel apples to all of the confections, the popcorn, the brittles. So not only do we have to follow a recipe, but we have to bag it, we have to label, we have to make sure that it has the proper weight, we have to seal it properly. It's just so much. It looks cute, like it's cute working in an ice cream shop, but it really is very challenging. It's very hard. And some of the employees have a hard time learning the recipes. It's almost like somebody don't make good dressing or their greens are not good. Everybody can't cook. So when you have somebody that can't cook, you cannot use them because I'll lose all my business. So if
you got
somebody
that
caramel
right.
don't look right, we can't serve this. This is not right. So really just finding the proper staff person that can master the recipe. So that's been the most challenging part. And just like today, It's going to be a busy weekend, and we have several people that have called off. We have the money mob taking place at 5:30 at the Michigan Avenue store. I'm scared to death. I got to get somebody to come in there to make sure we have enough product because we've been very busy. This weekend, a lot is going on in Chicago. I want to say it's Pride weekend. Navy Pier's having a big sailboat convention. It's just going to be really, really, really crazy. And without the proper staff, and especially been an African American business, some people tend to say this black on, look at it, they don't have this and they don't have that, but they don't really understand with some businesses, you don't know what took place behind the scenes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
A
I
lot
think
of
I had no plans on being at work this early today because I got to
right.
go until 1 or 2 o'clock this morning. Here at Navy Pier, and then it's just going to be challenging, but it comes with the territory. You have to be ready for it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I will say this, Deltas, we don't shy away from any work. So if you need
Mm-hmm.
us, help, we got you. Whatever
All
we
right.
can do to help today so that we can just all have a great time. We are there for you because you have poured into your community, period. You're purchasing, you're getting all these franchising, you're employing, your people. This thing is amazing. Really quickly, as I talk about that, how many employees do you have across the three locations that you currently have?
I don't know, like at Navy Pier, well, I just hired 42 people just last week. So
Wow.
basically, I got to train 42 new people. So the people that you will see today is their first and second day. It's just very, very challenging. Even from Fat Burger, from the corporation, we cannot open our doors unless we have 40 staff members. So if
Wow.
I have 39, I can't open. I have to have 40 people working there. I have
Wow.
to send 5 people to Texas or either LA for 6 weeks to the Fat Burger University. I'm really looking for a dynamic general manager who can run that store. That's so important to me that I find the right person because FAT stands for fresh, authentic, and tasty. And I
Mm,
want my 87th Street store to be the bomb. I want the food to be good. I don't ever want to serve anything bad. So I'm looking for somebody who's very passionate about food, who care about the community and the people. And I want to have a reputation from day one that the food is going to be on point at all time. And the good thing about that, we do have vegan options from the Impossible Burger, Turkey's Burger, vegan shakes, plant-based chicken nuggets. So it's everything for everybody.
oh, oh.
Yeah.
So a couple of questions. Stephanie says first 87th and what again?
It's on 87th and Cottage Grove. It's the
Oh,
old Seaway Bank, 825 East 87th Street.
that's right. That's in my neighborhood, Chatham. So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
gonna be at that
Mm-hmm.
burger, and I am vegan-ish for the most part. So I will be trying all of the vegan.
And
I
it's really good.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I'm so excited about that. And then she also says, so how can folks apply for these job opportunities that you're talking about?
I'm going to be advertising at Fat Burger probably within the next 2 weeks to get ready for that. And with Kilwins, we are advertising currently right now. Even like with the Hyde Park store, we're trying to train people as we speak. I did just recently hire 42 people, but some of these people are pretty much temporary employees. They're going to be leaving, going back to school, going back
Wow.
to college. Some
Right.
of them are J1 students that's from Ireland. So I really would prefer to have someone core employees that live in the community
Yes.
that's not looking for a job, they're looking for a career because I'm trying to
Mm.
develop people. I want to develop people.
I love that. That's what we need to hear. And the fact that you're willing to do that is really important. A lot of times we'll see business owners and they just throw people in. We have
No.
no training, no customer service, and then they're wondering why their frontline staff is not doing
Mm-hmm.
well, right? And the fact that you're investing into your actual employees means
Yes.
everything, for your business, for employment opportunities, and for our community, period. Guys, if y'all have any questions, throw them up here because I'm not going to hold Jackie too much more longer. I know that she had to just jump in and she's doing an amazing job. I really appreciate it. So if you have any questions, I'm going to take 3 if you all have them and throw them up there. In the meantime, make sure that you guys are joining us today at 5:30 at the Kilwin South on Michigan Avenue, which is 310 South Michigan. We're going to have a ball. We always get a photographer out there. Come and take your pictures and post so that we can keep sharing and growing this business even further and further. I want to, while the people, let's see if we got any comments that have jumped up yet. Oh my God, I keep pushing the button wrong. Okay. What what minimum age are you hiring or can you hire?
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
What's the minimum age that you can hire?
Well, pretty much 18. We like young adults because the work is very intense. And Kilwins is also a place of enjoyment. So every holiday from not for Christmas, except Christmas and Thanksgiving, we are open, but I always give my employees the option. If you don't want to work, you don't have to, you're not mandated. I'll just get my family members to come in. But like the 4th of July, Memorial Day, holidays, Mother's Day, Father's Days, those are the days and they have to be at work. And typically we find that young
Oh no, Jackie, come back. Guys, are we waiting? Oh, there she goes. All right,
yeah,
go ahead.
so typically we like to start at 18 after they're out of high school
Okay.
just because of the responsibilities with the job. But sometimes during the summertime we will hire a high school person and just keep them on. It all depends on the individual, but typically we try to stay away from the younger kids. We tried it and it's very hard.
Got it. Got it. That makes sense. You, like you said, you're looking for people who want career opportunities. Sayana says, can you speak to the minds of someone seeking a job versus a career and how you pour into them differently?
Well, the bottom line is when they start, I always ask, are you looking for a paycheck to help you get through school? You know, these are the college students. And what are your plans? And I ask, who's interested in a career? Some would say they are, and some would just say they'll just, for the 4 years while they're in college, they just need employment. So the ones that are interested in a career, I try to talk to them on the side and really pour into them. Telling them about my background and how I do things and what my expectations are and what the reward will be at the end. And actually, I'm really trying to get a more formalized program. I've been involved in 10,000 small businesses and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
cohorts. And the last one I did was called Be Peace. And what we were working on is a real curriculum on in order to actually become my partner. It may be like a 2 year fast track program. I really want to get something in inked so it can be more you can see exactly what you have to do, the benchmarks that you will have to take in order to meet the requirements to be a partner at Kilwins. So we're in the process of working on that right now, and I'm really excited about it because I'm excited about just getting some rest. I've been doing this for almost 15 years, and
Wow.
it's a hard job. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
tough, but
I'm
it's
sure it is.
fun. That's the
Yeah.
reason why I continue to do it.
I love that. I love it. When you
Mm-hmm.
love what you're doing, then you
Mm-hmm.
keep forging ahead. Valerie says Jackie is an awesome business leader who comes from a great family, business legacy, and thank you.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
the last question I'm going to take is from Tierra, and she says, "What is the best advice you can give for young men and/or women interested in running a business while also developing employees?"
I think staffing is the toughest part of a business because if you don't have a good team, you won't have a successful business. So it's important that you vet your staff out as much as you can. Sometimes people can really interview very well. So I've developed a 90-day policy. In 90 days, you're going to see the true colors. And really on day 89, you may not want to get rid of that person if you see some red flags. You really have to go on your instincts and your tuition, and you have to cut your losses. Uh, Maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, I just kept all kinds of toxic employees, believing I can change them. But
Mm,
now I have a whole different mindset. If they're not a fit, it's just going to hurt the business. So
yep.
I like to cut my losses early now, and that's one of my new rules. I just can't take it after 90 days, and sometimes after 10 days. You'll know.
Yeah.
And what's most important to me is serving your customers with significance. And because Kilwins is a seasonal business, I personally believe that if we close at 10 o'clock and you're in there cleaning, and at 10:15 somebody come in and they want a caramel apple, wait on them. Do not turn them away.
Mm,
That's one of my philosophies. Do not turn any of my guests away. That's very important to me. And sometimes when I'm not around, they'll lock that door 5 minutes before it's time to go. And
mm.
so hiring them, I always stress that. It's very important to me. Even I want to say that's how we met, right?
Yeah,
I
because
was
I
locking
came,
the
it was right after the hours. Yes.
yeah,
And
we were
and
locking the
and,
door and
and
I
he
opened it back up.
yep, and your partner, he opened up the doors. Yep. And then we saw you and you guys, you treated all of us, my other Sora, Matoya, and our friends. Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah, so that's important to me. Just really serving with significance and finding a good staff that share your same core values. They have to believe in you. They have to believe in the values, and most important, they have to believe in the product. Because one thing about Kilwins is a premium product. It's not cheap, and the product is very pricey. So my staff need to be able to educate someone to come in, and they'll say a caramel apple, it costs this much, but it takes 3 hours to cook behind this stove. We have to take the tag off, the little stem off the apple. We have to take the sticker off the apple. We have to wash it. We have to stick it. It's hot, but it's a lot of work. And I mean, and we stay busy, and so it's very labor intense. So sometimes if you educate the customer, they'll have a better understanding, as opposed to leaving angry, saying they too high. And the price of everything is going up. The price of sugar, the price of milk, dairy, everything is so expensive. And even transportation, when we get our
Oh
distribution now,
man,
it has really increased because of the price of gas.
the
So in
gas.
every aspect, it has hit Kilwins with the inflation. It's
Yeah.
very, very challenging.
Yeah. Well, you are persevering, and we just love it. You're such an inspiration. That Stephanie says that she needs to talk to you about being a manager up in a manager position. So,
Okay, Stephanie, I hear you. Okay. So, Stephanie, email me at JackieJackson@Kilwins.com. That's JackieJackson@Kilwins.com. Anybody who's interested in employment.
I put it into the chat as well, guys. If you're interested, so go ahead and email her there. On the behalf of our president, Shamil Tillery, our chairs of economic development, LaDwina Smith and Javonda Lindunigan, join us today at 5:30 p.m. at Kilwins Ice Cream at the 310 South Michigan location. Again, that's 310 South Michigan.
Okay, before we close, I want to walk back into the Navy Pier store and show you some of the goodies. So this is the kettle
Ooh.
pot that we cook in. I
Oh,
don't know if you
wow.
can see. So we make everything. We're making strawberries. We have all these apples getting ready to serve. We make all of this popcorn and all this brittle. This is the popcorn that we bag, we seal, we put the label. You walk into the store. We have gifts for Father's Day, all kinds of box chocolates. This
Ooh.
is our apple case. I don't. This is the fudge. This is all of our made in store items that we have. So it's just a lot of work, but I love it and I'm very excited about it. And I look forward to seeing you all this afternoon, this evening.
We can't wait to do it.
Thank you.
Everything is so delicious in there. Thank you so much, Jackie, for joining us, even through a trying time. You're amazing. So
Thank you.
you got it. You got it. You are quite welcome. We'll see you this evening. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Remember, we got 2 more days of CMAC Black Business Week. Tomorrow will be a Solo Beauty Supply to support not only Solo, but also my sorors and their brands. And then we're going to be at Juneteenth at DuSable Museum. That's also in collaboration with Chance the Rapper. Bring your kids out. There's going to be horseback riding, food, grilling, stage, everything from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Guys, we'll see you tonight on Skillwins at 5:30.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thanks for having me. Take care.
Absolutely. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.